starts right now.
Tonight, new businesses are having a huge impact on hiring. What this means for people looking for a job in central Illinois. Plus, how to fight drug-resistant lice, what experts are saying about the superbug. And collecting food for those in need, how you can help without leaving your home. But first, you may have noticed a number of new businesses popping up around central Illinois. The Greater Peoria Economic Development Council says Startup Peoria helped make 12 business ideas become a reality, and there are more on the way. WYZZ's Marvis Herring talked to business owners about a soon-opening microbrew pub and why they chose the heart of Illinois.
We want to see the success of Peoria, and we have high expectations.
You'll soon be able to grab food, a drink, and even play some games outside at Obed and Isaac's.
As you walk in,
Karen Kahn and her husband Court run the business with their sons in Springfield. But this summer, they'll add location number 2.
Some members of the Downtown Economic Development Council invited us to come up to Peoria to take a look at downtown in the warehouse district and see if it's anything that, that can work for us. So when we looked at the warehouse district, we really liked a lot of the cool buildings down there, but for the most part, they were pretty landlocked, and we felt we needed to have the outdoor space. That's part of our business model.
So they chose this location, 321 Monroe.
My goodness, it's 127 years old, 2-foot thick granite boulder walls, original stained glass. It just kind of called out.
From wheat ales to black IPAs, this microbrewery will soon offer a spectrum of beers, ciders, and other drinks. The Kahns say they looked at St. Louis and other central Illinois towns, but it was conversations with city leaders and personal experiences playing in Peoria that has them tapping into the River City's roots with a hope to brew up big business come midsummer.
We have lots of potential here.
this could set the stage for where we go next.
In Peoria, Marvis Herring, WYZZ News.
The Kahns say another part of the Obed and Isaac's business model is saving historic buildings like the vacant church they're moving into in downtown Peoria. A Unit 5 board member is stepping down. Vice President Denise Schuster announced her resignation at last night's board meeting. She's served on the board since 2014. Schuster's moving later this spring because of her husband's job. The board will appoint someone to fill the spot until the next regular election in April of next year. A local health alert as an outbreak of super lice hits the country. Now, it hasn't reached Illinois, but the mutation is harder to get rid of. Many are jumping to the conclusion that over-the-counter medicine is no longer effective. A local nurse says it doesn't have to be that way. She says make sure you follow the directions all the way through, leaving medicine in your hair for 8 to 10 hours. Once the bugs are gone, clean everything.
After you've done that lice treatment, you have to really, and it's very time consuming, go through with a very fine-tooth comb and get all of those lice and nits out of the hair.
If over-the-counter medicine doesn't work, call your pediatrician for a prescription. Heads up for shoppers at Hy-Vee. The Iowa-based supermarket chain is voluntarily recalling Maytag raw milk blue cheese due to a possible listeria contamination. The recalled cheese was sold in wheels and individual cuts. It was also sold as crumbles in plastic containers. So far, no illnesses have been reported. The cheese to look out for has a use-by date between January 20th, 2016 and May 3rd, 2016. People who purchased the product should throw it away or return it to their local Hy-Vee for a refund. Green Top Grocery in Bloomington is making a final campaign push. We told you last month the co-op project needed $600,000 in order to move forward. In the past month, the company has gained 150 new owners and raised more than half the money needed. It still needs $245,000 though, but that's not stopping the project from moving ahead. Green Top will continue to collect loans over the next several weeks.
When you think about 1,160 people pooling together $1.2 million, that's a pretty big deal. And we're pretty proud of our owners, pretty proud of our community for making this a priority and making it happen.
If the project doesn't get enough owner loans, the company will look at alternative options. Green Top Grocery hopes to break ground within the next few months and open early next year. Retail giant Costco is raising its entry-level wage for the first time in 9 years. Entry-level employees will now be paid either $13 or $13.50 an hour starting this month. The company's CFO says it was an important thing to do with the physical demands of entry-level work. Costco's highest-paid employees will receive a 2.5% raise this year. The highest-paid employee at Costco, who's not in upper management, makes about $22.50 an hour. A man in Creve Coeur is facing charges after being arrested for making meth. A state police SWAT team, the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office, along with Creve Coeur and Pekin Police, served a warrant Wednesday and arrested Robin Collier at his home on Hillcrest. U.S. Coast Guard stops all traffic on the Mississippi River in Granite City, Illinois, while it tries to contain a fuel spill. Authorities say a ship was passing through a lock and dam today when the spill started. The boat's fuel tank holds about 20,000 gallons. It's not clear how much fuel spilled. Traffic on the Mississippi River in that area will be closed until all the fuel is cleaned up. The cause of that spill is unknown. The Texas trooper who arrested a woman who died in jail has been fired. Trooper Brian Encinia arrested Sandra Bland during a traffic stop last year. He accused Bland of not using her turn signal. 3 days after her arrest, she was found dead in her cell. No one was indicted for her death, but a grand jury did not believe Encinia's claim. He removed Bland from the car so he could conduct a safer traffic investigation. He was indicted on a perjury charge when officials began the process to fire him. The Uber driver accused in a deadly shooting spree will receive a mental evaluation. Authorities say Jason Dalton killed 6 people and injured 2 others in a shooting rampage in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Dalton's scheduled to have a preliminary hearing next week, but prosecutors say the court must check his mental state first. Dalton's evaluation will be done within 60 days.
Is considered to be incompetent to stand trial if, because of a mental condition, he or she is unable to understand the nature and object of the court proceedings, or if they are unable to assist in their own defense in a rational manner.
Investigators say they're analyzing Dalton's cell phone as part of that investigation. Well, a world-famous soccer player is taking one for the team, agreeing to donate her brain for CTE research after her death. Brandi Chastain's commitment is being called a major step forward for women's sports. WYZZ's Hannah Hilliard has more on the story.
You're constantly being bombarded by it, and you have to kind of stay up on top of it.
The concussion research is piling up, and now the discussion is shifting away from football.
I always tell our soccer players, God was a great engineer and designed the thickest bone in your head right here to head it.
But girls soccer is right below football and hockey for sports with the most concussions. Matt Blackford, Notre Dame's athletic director and girls soccer coach, says he's seen the research impact the game.
You've got to be real conservative about it, and I think, one of the things we tell our coaches, when in doubt, take them out.
Notre Dame has already developed a concussion protocol, something all Illinois schools will be required to have in place by the start of the next school year. And they're getting some help from the Illinois Neurological Institute.
We've developed this robust team that looks at return to play protocols for the athletes, but also return to learn. Return to learn is so important.
That protocol helps trainers, coaches, and parents determine when it's safe for the student athletes to get back to school, as well as the game.
If you look in the literature, it'll say 7 to 10 days, but now some of the newer scientific literature that's coming out really states that it could be as long as 21 days and longer.
Advanced nurse practitioner Kristen Rassi urges anyone with a potential concussion to seek help.
We want to see them early. We want to assess. We want to follow their symptoms, follow their assessment, and then we start lifting restrictions gradually to get them to return to life.
In Peoria, Hannah Hilliard, WYZZ News.
Chastain is donating her brain to the Boston University Brain Bank, which has 307 brains. Of those, only 7 are from women, none of which have CTE. Still to come, Illinois lawmakers cannot overturn the governor's veto to fund MAP grants. My state senator is standing by his decision to vote no. Then, are you taking the correct pain medication? What to consider before reaching for the pill bottle. But next, Chris, a little cold, a little snow, but maybe some good news ahead?
That's right, Paul. We are tracking significantly warmer weather heading into central Illinois. We'll let you know when to expect the big warm-up and more coming up in just a bit. Don't go away.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9 with Paul Cicchini, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WYZZ News at 9. Good Day Central Illinois is brought to you in part by Beyond Normal.
Protect wood surfaces with Minwax products from Menards. They give long-lasting beauty to a wide range of wood surfaces. Choose from Ultimate Floor Finish, fast-drying polyurethane, polyurethane for floors, Helsman, or polycrylic. Save $7 a gallon on these clear protective finishes. Right now, all Armstrong self-stick vinyl tiles are on sale. They're durable and easy to install. Elston tiles are 59 cents a square foot, and Adiamo is 99 cents a square foot.
Save big money at Menards. They say Denny's 7-pepper spicy skillet is crazy spicy. But how crazy could it be?
Denny's new crazy spicy skillet. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
Come out to the 11th annual Shorty Strictly Bluegrass Festival and Thursday night gospel show at the Stony Creek Inn in East Peoria. Seating is limited, so get your tickets now.
With a uniquely powerful formulation of proven ingredients, Resicor Corn Herbicide gives you extraordinary power.
Who wants dessert?
At least when it comes to weeds.
Oh, Mom's coming over.
Super.
She knows you do that.
Resicor Herbicide, power over weeds.
You've got to be a special kind of person to fly one of these. That's Tammy Duckworth. After she lost her legs in service to her country, she still served 10 more years in the Illinois National Guard. But now, Senator Mark Kirk is attacking her, asking who do you trust? Well, Senator, you voted against fixing equipment that keeps guys like me safe in the field, and against expanding our veterans' benefits when we get home. So to answer your question, I trust Tammy Duckworth, and it's not even close. Vote Vets Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
Now your local weather authority, WYZZ Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates.
Welcome back. Woke up with a little bit of snow, some even rain, mixing in with that snow occasionally in and around central Illinois. Most of the heavier snow did stay to our north last night, which left us with not many headaches, at least here along I-74. Pretty quiet evening as we overlook Peoria from our Goods Furniture Skycam. Still have some low clouds, but for the most part, the showers have moved along. It is 34 degrees currently in Peoria. Winds are now out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Now take a look at some of these snowfall totals. Rather impressive, actually, out near Pontiac, picking up 4 inches. That was the highest amount that we've seen. Ottawa, 2.5. Long Point, also in Livingston County, but not too far away from Pontiac, only came in with about 2 inches. Now, Pontiac picked up snow, at least started receiving snow earlier than anybody else. Meanwhile, as you get down here into Peoria, we only had about a trace of snow this morning, and much of that, if all of it actually, has melted by now. All right, temperature-wise, mainly in the lower 30s up north, low to mid-30s down south. It's 34 in Bloomington normal, same here in Peoria. Now, as we go through tonight, we're going to see a lot of the cloud cover and even the lone batch of snow flurries moving up north, all coming to an end. Skies are expected to gradually clear after midnight tonight. That will leave us with mostly clear skies and very chilly temperatures heading into tomorrow. In fact, you can see all that snow now racing its way eastward. High pressure coming in from the north is going to give us at least a little break tomorrow, but there's a fast-moving system coming in from the northwest. Once again, not a lot of moisture to play with here. In fact, the more persistent snow and rain showers are going to stay to our north, but as that front comes through, we can't completely rule out maybe a passing rain or snow shower tomorrow evening. So skies clearing on out late tonight. That should allow your temperatures to drop down into the 20s without that blanket of cloud cover. 25 degrees in Peoria. We'll see mid-20s up north, mid to upper 20s down south. We may have to drop temperatures in LaSalle and Livingston County just a little bit. Your snowpack, if you guys can clear out fast enough, may allow you to drop into the lower 20s tonight. But as we go through tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. Cloudy skies then return tomorrow afternoon and evening for at least a few hours. And then by 10 p.m., while most of the heavier showers are going to be to our north, we won't be able to completely rule out a stray rain shower or two right around dinner. So we'll keep a shower in the forecast, but most of us will stay dry. Temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s up north, low to mid 40s down south here in Peoria. I think it'll be a decent day for early March, mainly in the mid-40s. This system races by quickly, and not a lot to it. Skies clear on out for the start of the weekend, high pressure building in, and then things really looking up from there. But we're tracking more unsettled weather early next week, but temperatures much improved. Highs back into the 60s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. However, with moisture coming in from the south, we will not be able to completely rule out rain showers. And yes, on Tuesday, some thunderstorms. So we're going to get a little nice taste of spring, even a little spring rain, which, hey, you know what? We'll take it. I think anybody's going to be pleased that we are no longer, at least for the near future, we're not talking any more snow.
But if April showers bring May flowers, what does rain in March bring?
Yeah, soggy ground.
Green grass?
Green grass, maybe. Maybe.
Who knows?
That's a big maybe.
All right, thanks, Chris. Still ahead, from Bloomington to Dallas, the new flight connecting Central Illinois to the Lone Star State.
March is matchup month at your local Ford store. The reigning champ is favored again. Ford returns as America's best-selling brand. The new Ford Focus is a smart choice over Honda Civic with impressive highway fuel economy, plus available active park assist, next-generation hands-free sync technology, and more. Focus is a winner, just named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Now get a new 2016 Focus with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash at your local Ford store now.
Prohibition has come to Peoria. American Spirits, the rise and fall of Prohibition at the Riverfront Museum. You'll learn about a Constitution, gangsters, suffragists, and you'll learn of Charleston. Only at Peoria Riverfront Museum.
ISIS used fake Syrian passports to commit the horrific Paris attacks. Now we know they're printing thousands more. Still, Tammy Duckworth supports bringing 200,000 Syrian refugees to America.
I signed on for 200,000 refugees.
Even though the FBI says there's no way to guarantee they aren't terrorists. Mark Kirk is leading the fight to stop refugees until it can be done safely. Who do you trust to protect your family? Mark Kirk.
I'm Mark Kirk, and I approve this message.
WYZZ would like to thank our charter sponsors of Good Day Central Illinois. Because of you, more and more people are waking up their day with Clay Gordon, Lindsay Mills, and meteorologist Lauren Rainson. Your support of local news makes programs like Good Day Central Illinois possible.
Meet Jen and Kate. They both financed this $3,000 living room group for 5 years. Jen used the Furniture Row card for her financing and pays only $50 a month and no interest. Kate used her credit card for her financing and with interest pays a little over $68 a month. In total, Jen will pay $3,000 for her beautiful furniture, while Kate will pay $4,096 for hers. For your next furniture purchase, be like Jen. Make the smart choice. Use the Furniture Row card only at Furniture Row.
The world's biggest names will unite in the biggest battle. I'm Batman. Win your way to the premiere of Batman vs. Superman. To enter, watch The Big Bang Theory all this week for the icon of the day.
You left your underwear in the dryer downstairs.
Text it to 34490 or go to BigBangWeeknights.com. You'll also be entered to win an advanced screening for you and 100 friends. It's the biggest battle sweepstakes. Who will win?
A full-hour weekday starting at 6 on WYZZ.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Day Central Illinois, a bluegrass performance ahead of a weekend bluegrass festival here in Central Illinois. You won't want to miss a sneak peek.
Plus, Mark Britton is here before his weekend shows at the Jukebox Comedy Club. We're talking with him first here on Good Day. And Rachel, how are we looking weather-wise?
Well, talking about the weekend, it's never too early to plan maybe some things outdoors. Actually, looks like we're going to have some sunshine. We'll talk about your temperatures right here from 7 to 9 on WYZZ.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9.
There's still no funding for MAP grants, which help low-income students pay for college. This after the State House failed to override the governor's veto. One of the senators who voted no was Republican Jason Barackman. He represents the Twin Cities. WYZZ's Lindsay Harrison followed up with him today about his decision and the future of funding.
Senator Barackman says that the bill that the Democrats put forward was an empty promise and called Wednesday's vote politics as usual. He says he wants to see the parties come together and find a real solution. Last month, Governor Bruce Rauner vetoed a bill that would provide funding for nearly 130,000 students, including $400 million for MAP grants. Even though the Senate successfully overturned the veto, the House did not.
My thought, and the thought of Republicans in this state, is that if we're going to authorize further spending, We need a path to generate those dollars.
Senator Jason Barackman of Bloomington says he wants universities to be funded, but argues the bill would have added another $720 million to the state's deficit. He tells us there are alternatives to the Democrats' bill. They just need bipartisan support.
What's important is that we come together on a bipartisan plan to create the dollars necessary to fund our schools, not just to promise them money that doesn't exist.
The alternatives include procurement reform, which would change the way universities contract out for services.
And we need to undo some of that red tape.
Just doing that has the potential to save millions of dollars, and those savings could be used to fund things like MAP grants.
Today's a new day, and my hope is that we can continue to focus on those things that are going to generate bipartisan support.
That was Lindsay Harrison reporting. Now, leaders at Illinois State University say they expected yesterday's measure to fail, and they're just waiting for the state to come to a compromise about funding. Well, WYZZ is your local election headquarters, and tonight, Republican candidates are in Detroit debating, trying to convince you why they should be the next president. Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, along with Governor John Kasich, were expected to target Donald Trump. Cruz and Rubio are looking to gain momentum ahead of Tuesday, when more than 100 delegates are up for grabs. Dr. Ben Carson is the only candidate still in the race who is not at tonight's debate. Still to come, airlines in the U.S. are signing up for a new destination where you can fly farther south. And e-cigarettes banned again. Why officials want to prevent smoking in the air.
Embarrassed to smile? Low self-confidence? Ready to enjoy your favorite foods again? The Fair Dental Group has a solution that could change your life in just one day. Join us March 15th for a free seminar to learn about enhancing your smile and your life. The Fair Dental Group, where we treat you like family.
It's National Rent-to-Own's 32nd anniversary sale. To celebrate, you can rent any item for just 32 cents for the first week. Enjoy the stunning picture quality of the Sensory 42-inch 4K TV for as low as $17.99 per week. Thinking of some new furniture? Get this Ashley 8-piece living room package for as low as $29.99 per week. Or an Ashley 7-piece bedroom set, also as low as $29.99 per week. And get a jump on spring with a riding mower for as low as $29.99 per week. So come join in the celebration at National Rent-to-Own.
Be a watershed hero. What we do on land has a big impact on our rivers. It's up to us to help keep our water safe. Discover how you can be a watershed hero at the Sun Foundation's Clean Water Celebration. Enjoy storytellers, exhibits, music, and special presentations that meet state learning goals. Teachers call 697-1325 today for a great class trip. Don't miss it, Monday, April 18th at the Peoria Civic Center. Presented by the Sun Foundation and brought to you by Illinois American Water and these great organizations.
Listen up, it's Ford Truck Month. This is the time, this is the place. And this is Ford F-150, the truck that goes toe-to-toe with your life. Made of high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy that pulls the highest safety rating the government can give. And with a 360-degree camera, it's like having your head on a swivel, pal. So load up your crew. This is the time.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash. See your local Ford dealer.
Embarrassed to smile? Low self-confidence? Ready to enjoy your favorite foods again? The Fair Dental Group has a solution that could change your life in just one day. Join us March 15th for a free seminar to learn about enhancing your smile and your life. The Fair Dental Group, where we treat you like family.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9.
For people who want to travel to Texas from Illinois, there's another flight taking to the skies. Flights from Bloomington to Dallas are now available in central Illinois. A new nonstop flight to Dallas took off from Central Illinois Regional Airport for the first time today. Despite some snow and cold, the American Airlines flight got off the ground without a problem. The flight is scheduled to leave around 1 o'clock every day. It's the third flight the airport is offering from Dallas and offers more scheduling flexibility.
Business travelers particularly are very sensitive to schedule, and sometimes they need a flight at a time that is a little different from what we already offered. So more seats, more options, a better schedule.
Airport officials say it's a good option for connecting flights to destinations around the nation and the world. The major U.S. airlines are signed up to fly to Cuba. American, Alaska, Delta, Southwest, United, and JetBlue have submitted applications to the U.S. government to fly commercial flights to Cuba. The government says it will allow 20 daily round-trip flights between the U.S. and Havana and 10 daily round-trips to 9 other Cuban cities with international airports. But airlines want more flights already. JetBlue alone wants to operate 15 daily flights to 4 Cuban cities. The requests exceed the government's cap. The Department of Transportation is expected to make a decision on the flights this summer. Well, before you can get on one of those flights, there's one thing you need to know. E-cigarettes are not allowed. Passengers on air carriers in or out of the U.S. are not allowed to smoke on board. The Department of Transportation says electronic cigarettes fall under the same guidelines as tobacco. Officials say they're trying to limit passengers' exposure to the chemicals that can come from those e-cigarettes. Still to come, a local band in Central Illinois is drawing huge crowds. We go behind the scenes in tonight's Voices of Central Illinois.
The defending champs are back at state, and that's great news for the Becker family of Morton. Tomorrow, the Morton Lady Potters play in the state semifinals, and for sophomore guard Josie Becker, that's great news. You see, she was hurt last year and did not play at state, but she's healthy now and excited to play, and her dad, he's pretty happy too. That story is ahead in sports.
Out there, Furniture Row has everything you're looking for, with the hottest colors and the latest styles for both inside and out, plus 4 years no interest financing. The Fresh New Trends event is on now at Furniture Row.
This portion of WYZZ News at 9 brought to you by the Central Illinois Recreational Show.
Max and Caroline are
sugar and spice and everything nice. Get up, 5-second rule. Why don't we drink every day? Some of we do. You're your own boss. I can't wait to sleep with myself to get a promotion. You do plates, buns, coleslaw, I'll do burgers, fries, and any guy who has no future.
Two Road Girls. Weekdays at 5:30 on Central Illinois' own WYZZ.
At Denver Mattress, we believe in crafting products with unrivaled quality right here in America. And we invite you to check out our incredibly designed Doctor's Choice Elite Queen Mattress, now just $9.99. A better tomorrow starts tonight at Denver Mattress.
Molina Healthcare joins WMBD and WYZZ in saluting educators across Central Illinois and the students who use that education to follow their dreams. It's the spirit of excellence.
We ran an inventory report the other day. We have 1,476 major appliances ready to be delivered tomorrow. There simply is nobody else in Central Illinois that carries anywhere near the number of appliances we do for next day delivery. Because how long could you go without a refrigerator or a washing machine? We don't want any settling at Sherman's. We want all the selection and get it tomorrow. That many appliances really is kind of overwhelming sometimes, but our guys are experts in helping you pick out the one that's perfect for you.
Hi, I'm WMBD's Marvis Herring.
And I'm Barbara's little brother, Destin.
Big Brothers Big Sisters helps hundreds of local kids beat the odds and achieve success. That's what we're asking you to get involved with their signature fundraiser, Bowl for Kids' Sake. Get family, friends, and colleagues together for a night of bowling, food, and fun. Register your team online. Start something big for the kids in your community and Bowl for Kids' Sake.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9.
Hundreds of volunteers are getting ready to go door to door collecting donated canned goods to feed the hungry in Central Illinois. It's all part of the ongoing Food Share Can-a-thon. This weekend, all you have to do is leave a bag with non-perishable packaged food at your doorstep. On Sunday, around 1 o'clock, volunteers will swing by to collect. Now in its 32nd year, the Peoria Area Anti-Hunger Coalition's efforts help stock local pantries that need help now more than ever.
One of the areas we're seeing increasing need is we have grandparents raising grandchildren. And so that's the reason why on our list of foods we added to give cereal, both ready-to-eat cereal and cooked cereal like instant oatmeal.
If you won't be around this weekend or your door is missed, there are several drop-off locations you can go to donate your food. Well, a meal fit for a king in downtown Peoria tonight, as Epic held its annual Bon Appetit fundraiser. Dozens of people from the community attended the 5th annual event at the Pear Marquette Hotel. The guest chef this year, Darren McGrady, formerly the chef for Princess Diana and the royal family. There's also a silent auction featuring the work of the people Epic serves, created at local businesses like Fired Up. The CEO of the nonprofit, which helps people with developmental disabilities live as independently as possible, says they're receiving minimum payments from the state, but still struggling.
We continue to have to struggle to find, we've pretty much gone through our reserves, so fundraisers like this and the support of the community is exactly what we need.
Epic says it still receives the same amount of state dollars for the cost of living as it did 10 years ago, and they'd like to see that increased. Well, it's time to feel the funk in tonight's Voices of Central Illinois. We last explored opera. Before that, we treated you to a few other music genres. WYZZ's Marvis Herring introduces us to a local band whose high-energy shows draws massive crowds.
Strap in tight, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at practice with Dexter O'Neil and the Funk Yard. 6 men, 1 ensemble, and no shortage of energy.
That's my baby, man.
That's your baby?
That's my baby.
But it's only right that I first introduce you to Mr. Dexter O'Neil himself.
We party hard. It's energy from the time we start to the time we leave.
Dexter dove into music as a kid, singing at church and through high school.
I ended up in the Air Force Thompson Blue Band and the Stars of Sound. And I got to tour the world singing.
Years later, this band was the birth child of his love for the music.
Started making calls, and all my favorite players were available, and we didn't have anything to do, so we got together and we gave it a shot. And the first gig was magic, and it's been magic ever since.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, he gave us a call, no practice. We got up there, we winged it, man, and I just knew from that night on, man, something magical had happened.
Lead guitarist Stanley Burns could tell you about his extensive experience, like playing with Michael Jackson back in the day. O.C. Jameson's on bass. He too could name drop musicians like Daryl Jones from the Rolling Stones, but just like everybody else in this band, they're focused on electrifying the crowd.
Funk to me is a feeling, man. It's a feeling that just touches you from your toes right up to your head.
They can be deaf, but if they feet on the floor, they're gonna feel the funk and they're gonna dance.
Tyler Dringenberg brings the noise on the saxophone. He's in the majority of the group when it comes to having a background in jazz.
In my mind, funk is a lot more fun than jazz.
Why is that?
Well, it's a little bit dirtier, a little bit meaner. You get a little nasty.
Toby Thomas also ripping notes on the sax.
I did come from work, yes I did.
It's a lot of work, but he and his band family don't mind juggling full-time jobs and putting in the work at rehearsals.
There have been plenty of gigs where I've showed up, maybe at the beginning of the night I was tired, I had a long day. By the time we get done, even with the end of the first set, that's all gone. You know, I feel much better. It's therapy for all of us.
Playing with this band lets me get to be free a little bit, you know, be myself.
And drummer Brian Moore is all about delivering the energy you're promised when you go to a Funk Yard show. He's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve to keep you entertained.
Without the drums, you don't have no pulse, no beat. I mean, you know, I'm the one who's gonna make you move side to side, pat your feet, move your head.
And that's exactly what funk is all about, according to Mr. O'Neil. For you, what is funk?
Anything you can feel. Anything that makes your neck pop. Anything that makes you want to move your feet and dance. That's the funk.
In West Peoria, Marvis Herring, WYZZ News.
If you're ready to see Dexter and the Funk Yard live, visit our website, ciproud.com, and search Voices of Central Illinois. That's where you'll find a link to their tour schedule. Still to come, UNICEF is getting extra help in its fight against Zika virus. What a new ally is doing to help. But first, Chris, not quite warm enough yet to worry about mosquitoes.
No, but I did see I saw a moth the other day. So spring is near. But no, yeah, pretty chilly out there. We had a little bit of snow tonight, some slight snow flurries ongoing out in Pontiac. But when will it all end, and when will the spring weather finally show up? Well, the full forecast coming up.
Claims. Don't be surprised when it's met with resistance. Let LaFonte Law fight for you. I'm local, respected, and famous for getting my clients their fair share.
LaFonte Law, making insurance companies pay. Call Levante Law.
CWTC would like to invite you to an evening of art and inspiration, Friday, March 11th at the Waterhouse in Peoria. The night's festivities will showcase the many talents of our CWTC consumers through their artwork. Pieces will be on display and for sale during our silent auction, with proceeds benefiting the artist and the Inspiring Arts Ability program. Tickets are just $30 and include hors d'oeuvres, cash bar, and live music. Get more information at cwtc.org, and thank you for your support of adults with disabilities.
Manilow, one last time. All the hits, all the joy, all the memories. Don't miss Barry Manilow at Peoria Civic Center, March 24th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or the Toyota box office at the Peoria Civic Center. All the hits, Manilow, one last time. For more info, see Manilow.com.
WYZZ would like to thank our charter sponsors of Good Day Central Illinois. Because of you, more and more people are waking up their day with Clay Gordon, Lindsay Mills, and meteorologist Lauren Rainson. Your support of local news makes programs like Good Day Central Illinois possible.
So let me get this straight. US Cellular has the phone you're looking for. A network that's built to give you coverage way out here, where the other guys don't. And 6 gigs for only $40 a month. That's a lot less than Verizon and AT&T. So why on earth would you ever go with one of those other guys? Switch to US Cellular now and get 6 gigs of data for $40 a month. Plus get $300 back. Just saying.
Did you know that medical bills are the #1 reason people file for bankruptcy? We can deal with the insurance companies to ensure your medical bills get paid and you obtain the treatment you need to recover.
Levante Law, making insurance companies pay. Call Levante Law. The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
Now your local weather authority, WYZZ Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates.
Welcome back. If you're sick of the cold, you're not the only one. I'm right there with you. But you know what? Some much warmer weather will be heading our way. We just got to get through tonight first, and then we start talking warmer temperatures. Pretty quiet, though, in Uptown Normal. Nice shot from our Sundown Roofing sky cam. We're still mostly cloudy. A few flurries still floating around out there, but all that will go away shortly. 34 degrees, the current temperature in the Twin Cities. And as usual, a little breezier out in the Twin Cities. Winds are out of the north-northeast at about 13 miles per hour. Temperatures currently residing in the low to mid-30s north of 74. Not much different down south. Temperatures are in the mid-30s, 34 degrees from Peoria southward towards Lincoln. Same in Bloomington Normal, and again 33 from Kewanee through Galesburg out into Macomb. But let's zoom out. There's much warmer temperatures not too far away. St. Louis is 40 degrees, Evansville's 41, Quincy's 35, Columbia, Missouri sitting at 40. So the warmer temperatures are there, and they'll be making a nice return once we kind of get through tomorrow. So latest storm system now pulling away. There's still a little band of some light snow flurries pushing through areas north of I-74. We're tracking another fast-moving disturbance that is currently working its way through Alberta. It's going to be a fast-moving Clipper system. Not a lot of moisture with this one either, so we're not expecting a great chance of showers tomorrow evening. But as the cold front races on through, can't completely rule out a nice little shower here and there right along that front. Then everything will kind of clear on out as we get into the weekend. So here's Feature Track through tonight. Skies will clear on out as high pressure builds in for at least about 12 to 24 hours before that next wave comes in. And we'll be waking up to mostly clear skies tomorrow. So temperatures into the 20s tonight. Coldest to the north, and we may have to lower these a degree or two because you guys from Peru through Pontiac picked up 2 to 4 inches of snow last night. And that could act to keep your temperatures down tonight, especially once skies clear. Further south, where we didn't see much snow at all, temperatures will hold into the mid to upper 20s without any problem. So 24 degrees in Bloomington and 25 in Peoria. Now through tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. Clouds increase throughout the day, and by early evening, there will be a chance for a passing rain shower. Not expecting much of it. In fact, our model is not really picking up much of anything developing at this point, with the more persistent shower staying up north. But there will be a chance right along that cold front. Your temperatures tomorrow are expected to warm back into the low to mid 40s. Warmest to the south, but where there is snow on the ground, temperatures will be a little bit cooler. 39 in Peru to around 40 degrees in Pontiac. But if you want that spring-like weather, this is the weather pattern early next week. A big old trough begins to develop out west. That's where the cool and unsettled weather will be. Meanwhile, a nice big ridge building in, at least for the Midwest and the Central Plains. That is going to send temperatures soaring. Unfortunately, with a southwesterly flow, we start tapping into some of this moisture coming in off the Gulf, so there will be an increased chance for some rain showers and, yes, possibly even a few thunderstorms from Monday through Wednesday. So here's a look at your Southside Bank extended forecast. Temperatures cool tomorrow, but in the 40s. It is the start of a warming trend. High temperatures on Saturday with a mix of sun and clouds are expected to return to the upper 40s. We are 50s bound Sunday, and then we will be comfortably in the 60s through early next week. But you'll have to enjoy those milder temperatures with an umbrella because it is looking a little soggy, at least the start of next week.
I'll take a soggy start with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Yeah,
if I can wear some shorts, I'll be happy.
Why not? All right. Thanks, Chris. All right, still to come. Using the right pain medication, what you need to know to help ease your aches.
If you weren't watching Good Day Central Illinois on WYZZ, you missed a lot.
What you got to do for your pets, right? Yeah, it's true. But you know, I have to say, I didn't have braces, but I know a lot of people who did. 6 weeks is not that long. He's kind of lucky. That is very lucky. That's like I have him for 3 years.
Did you really?
Wow. Yeah. My teeth are still messed up.
Discover why more and more people are waking up their day with Good Day Central Illinois. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on WYZZ.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight. 1503 Washington Road in Washington. Phone 444-4111.
Pet moments are beautiful, unless you have allergies. Then your eyes may see it differently. Only Flonase is approved to relieve both itchy, watery eyes and congestion. No other nasal allergy spray can say that. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. Most allergy pills only control 1 substance. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. Complete allergy relief or incomplete? Let your eyes decide. Flonase, 6 is greater than 1, changes everything.
Everyone has their own tastes, and Kroger has something for the one who likes eating healthy, the one who loves to eat, and the one just learning to eat. You'll find a brand for everyone in your family. And because everyone loves to save money, our exclusive brands are affordable too.
Bring home cartons of Kroger Deluxe ice cream, now 2 for $5. And Kroger bread or buns are 4 for $5.
Everything to make your everyday special with our family of brands at Kroger.
Here at Cronkite Home Solutions, when we do a 14-point home energy assessment, you'll be provided with a free in-home energy report card. This report card is going to detail out exactly what needs to be done to the home, what can be done to the home, and of course how much it would cost to do that to the home. And with that, we can discuss with you how much you can increase the comfort level of your home as well as the utility bill. Go to myhomesenergy.com or call us. We hope to hear from you soon.
You're watching WYZZ Music 9.
The United Nations Humanitarian Relief Agency for Children is getting a big assist from Google in the fight against Zika virus. The internet search giant donated $1 million to UNICEF. Google engineers are working with the agency to map the spread of Zika virus, but the process isn't easy. The CDC has confirmed more than 100 cases of the virus in U.S. travelers returning from Zika-infected areas. Chick-fil-A is challenging families and friends to talk with each other without checking their cell phone. The restaurant chain is hoping to encourage some quality family time, minus the phones, by bribing you with food, free ice cream. All you have to do, silence your phone, put it in a box at your table, and leave it there without checking it for the entire meal. More than 150 locations are taking part in this challenge, some right here in the heart of Illinois, but participation varies. With so many over-the-counter pain meds available, it's often hard to pick the right one. Jeremy Roth shows us what to consider when buying your medication.
We've all experienced these symptoms at some point: a terrible headache, stuffy nose, muscle ache. But which over-the-counter medicine works best? Try considering these options. Brands like Tylenol are popular acetaminophen and are best used to ease pain treat a headache, or lower a fever. Doctors say adults should not take more than 4,000 milligrams per day. Ibuprofen is an anti-inflammatory drug that works by reducing irritation of nerve endings. So when it comes to treating menstrual cramps or arthritis, try a brand like Advil, Motrin, or a generic NSAID. And when seeking relief from mild to moderate muscle aches, colds, or even headaches, aspirin is another anti-inflammatory choice. The key is to find a treatment that works for you. If you're at risk for heart, liver, or kidney diseases, talk to your doctor before taking any medication. And if you want to try an alternative type of pain relief, some options include acupuncture, yoga, exercise, and cognitive behavioral therapy. For today's Health Minute, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Coming up, Bradley plays in the Valley Tournament tonight. Kurt Pegler has sports after the break.
The Big Bang Theory brings you the Genius Guide to Geek Life.
Being an astrophysicist right now is like being a rock star. Only without the sex. Yeah, literally none of it.
Surround yourself with positive friends.
Is that my yearbook?
Dear Leonard, you're really good at science. Maybe one day you'll come up with a cure for being a dork.
And master the art of aerodynamics.
Is that gonna be on the test? Because I don't think I can do that again.
The Big Bang Theory, 5 nights a week.
A full hour weekday starting at 6 on WYZZ.
March is matchup month at your local Ford store. The reigning champ is favored again. Ford returns as America's best-selling brand. Fusion is a smart choice over Toyota Camry with a powerful and efficient available EcoBoost engine, available hands-free sync, plus better highway MPG, all for a lower starting price. Go with Ford and drive home a winner. Now get a new Fusion with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash at your local Ford store now.
Problem water.
I'm on it.
Dude, don't do it yourself.
No?
No. Leave it to the experts. With a Culligan Whole House Water Softening System, you get better water and service you can actually count on.
Hey, Culligan, man.
Hey!
Oh, this is great.
At Denver Mattress, we believe in crafting products with unrivaled quality. There's no better place in the world to do that than right here in America. We should know. We've been designing and fabricating our mattresses in Denver, Colorado for over 20 years. It may not be a common story these days, but we're proud to call it ours. And for an outstanding night's sleep, check out the incredibly designed Doctor's Choice Elite Queen Mattress, now just $9.99. A better tomorrow starts tonight at Denver Mattress. Leave it to the experts. With a Culligan Whole House Water Softening System, you get better water and service you can actually count on.
Hey, Culligan, man.
Hey!
Oh, this is great.
I know.
Save salt, energy, and water with a $39.95 water softener. Inspect and check on any brand.
Now, your local sports with WYZZ's Kurt Pegler.
The youngest college basketball team in the country gets its first taste of the postseason tonight. Bradley opens play in the Missouri Valley Tournament. The 9th-seeded Braves playing the 8th-seeded Loyola Ramblers. And Bradley was great out of the gates, hitting its first 5 shots. It's Ronnie Suggs in transition, 2 of his 15 as he scores off the window. Antoine Pittman scored 12. He penetrates for a 3-point bucket here. Bradley led by 6 early. They're down 3 right before halftime. Dwayne Lodier-Agunlier, a 40-footer. It's a 3-ball that ties the game at the half. It's 29-all. Second half, great ball movement here. Dante Thomas scores 2 of his 14 as he cuts to the lane and scores. But Loyola grabbed the lead about 10 minutes into the half and didn't give it up. This is what sealed it. Ben Richardson dives and throws it blindly over his head to Montel James. Loyola ends Bradley's season 74-66. The Illini on the road tonight, beaten at Maryland 81-55. We've got highlights of that game coming up on WMBD Sports at 10:20. Tomorrow afternoon, Morton plays in the girls' basketball state semifinals, and what a weekend it will be for the Becker family. Sophomore guard Josie Becker missed last year's run to state with a knee injury. This year, she'll play for her father at state.
To put in all that work and actually make it this far is really an awesome feeling to have, and playing with all these teammates is such a cool experience.
This year, you know, she's worked so hard to bounce back from an ACL, worked so hard and behind the scenes, and I'm just so proud of her as her coach, but as her dad. I love that kid to death.
Morton plays Chicago Morgan Park at 1:45 tomorrow in the state semifinals. One Lady Potter's been really stepping up her game on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. Dan Malloy tells us about J.C. Warham before she takes the Redbird Arena floor.
Morton's J.C. Warham didn't play a ton in last season's 3A state championship game,
but she'll play a bigger role this weekend as a junior.
I'm really looking forward to just going out there and giving it our best, because if we can get back-to-back state champions, that would blow my mind. It would be so amazing.
Warham has put in the extra work to help the Lady Potters get back to the state finals, but the 4.0 student has had to work even harder to keep her grades up too, while still finding time to volunteer at multiple food banks.
It's really hard. I've had some late nights, but for a majority of my mind is on basketball, but it's like the second I get home, it's like take a shower, get changed, lay on my bed, start my homework.
Warham's work ethic should translate nicely into an athletic training career, which she hopes to pursue after winning a couple more state trophies. Every Morton player and coach has been saying how glad they are to be playing in the final weekend of the basketball season. But JC Warham would tell you she's more glad to be playing 2 final games with one particular teammate. That would be her older sister, who gets to finish off her high school career this weekend at Redbird Arena.
That's always been our dream growing up. Even when we were kids, we were always playing basketball in the backyard, so being able to be here and do this is awesome.
It's going to be one of those things, like eventually, like way down the road, we'll be with our families and we'll be like, hey, remember that time we both played at state?
JC says she will be emotional no matter what happens this weekend, but she does hope that one day that story will start with, hey, remember when we went back-to-back at state? In Normal, Dan Malloy, WYZZ Sports.
And the Lady Potters are 2 wins away from going back-to-back at state.
Not too bad, and what better way to do it than with your sister?
I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right, thanks, Kurt. We'll be right back.
Fresh oysters, pecan-crusted catfish, Peoria's best burgers, plus muffaladas, gumbo, and jambalaya. New Orleans is in Peoria at Po' Boys on Frostwood. Authentic New Orleans eats, drinks, and atmosphere. Make Po' Boys on Frostwood your next lunch or dinner stop. Or pull up a stool at the bar for daiquiris, hurricanes, martinis, and more. Or enjoy our private video gaming area. Experience New Orleans right here in Peoria. Po' Boys on Frostwood, just off War Memorial, less than a mile from Grand Prairie.
I love the poorly educated.
That's really what Donald Trump is all about. He thinks we're fools. Trump uses sleazy bankruptcy laws to avoid paying workers. He bans veterans from in front of his high-rise. He even tried to use eminent domain to kick a widow from her home. Donald Trump puts himself first and us last.
I love the poorly educated.
Conservative Solutions PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Manilow, one last time. All the hits, all the joy, all the memories. Don't miss Barry Manilow at Peoria Civic Center, March 24th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or the Toyota box office at the Peoria Civic Center. All the hits. Manilow. One last time. For more info, see Manilow.com.
My expectations of taking these classes were that it would help open up the door for me to be more confident and build my integrity to help me go out there and search for a better, higher job that I could actually excel in, have a higher ceiling with, and one day retire with. When people donate to Goodwill, they really are changing lives.
Love is learning to communicate.
Doc, I sent your book to your publisher. You're welcome.
You actually sent it? Why would you do something like that? Oh my God! You know what this is? Face!
Mike and Molly, 5 nights a week.
Weekdays at 5 on Central Illinois' own WYZZ.
You're watching WYZZ News at 9.
Well, big news for die-hard Star Wars fans. The Force Awakens will be available for digital download April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke. Disney CEO made the announcement during a shareholders meeting today. There will, of course, be bonus features like deleted scenes. The first 6 Star Wars films were made available for digital download for the first time last April. The Galactic film will be released on Blu-ray and DVD April 5th. And check this out. He chases birds and other animals off the runways for a living at an airport in Michigan. That's Piper, a 7-year-old border collie, and now internet superstar after some video of him wearing those goggles went viral. Nearly 4 million people have clicked on the video of Piper. He was adopted in 2012 and began working at the Cherry Capital Airport in 2015. Since then, he's known for getting those birds off the runway so planes can take off safely. Not a bad gig.
All the technology out there being researched to get birds off the runway.
And
that's the
Piper.
most effective way to do it.
Just a little coat and some goggles, because it's cold up in
It is
Traverse
cold.
City, I can tell you that
If
much.
they could do it in Traverse City, they can do it anywhere.
Absolutely.
Love it.
All right, so speaking of the cold, a little bit chilly still tonight, but
warmer weather knocking on the door. Let's take a look at how low those temperatures could go tonight. 25 degrees. A few flurries early, but those are whatever flurries are out there now are quickly dissipating, and we'll be looking at a gradual clearing trend from here on out. Skies will become partly to mostly cloudy again tomorrow, but high temperatures are expected to return to the low to mid 40s. There's going to be a slight chance of an evening rain shower, so as you head out for dinner tomorrow night, you might want to keep at least a light jacket with you. That extended forecast, look at that. We are back in the 60s early next week, but it could be a bit of a rainy pattern. Showers and thunderstorms possible on Tuesday. So again, keep those umbrellas handy.
you're like this close to making up for
Almost.
this blast of winter weather.
I will once we hit 70.
Yes, you will. All right, thanks, Chris. Thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. WYZZ News is available on air, online, and on the go. You can also get the latest news on our website, ciproud.com, or use our app for your smartphone or tablet. Have a great night.